Love gold, the way it makes us feel, the way it reflects the light, the way that it just shimmers so beautifully. And speaking of, this is what we're calling our Crescent Moon Pendant. And it's available today at $149.98. It's the necklace, which is a full 17¾ inch length, and it is adjustable to 17 inches in length. There's a little adjustable rounds link in there, so you wanna make it a bit shorter. But how fun is this to give that little diamond cut twisted appeal and a whole different reflective quality to the look of the necklace? Tell us a little bit about this silhouette here, Wendy.
The Italians call this the smile necklace. It's a Forzatina chain with a diamond cut half moon, a twisted tube design. All of the diamond cutting there is done by hand. It also has an adjustable O-ring, so it fits at 16½ inches up to 18 inches. And this is crafted in Vicenza. Vicenza is a hub of style and fashion and gold manufacturing, and carrying on the tradition that the Italians are so well known for over the years, be giving you that mirror-like finish with flat cable links. And I do love that it has a little more structure down at the bottom. But isn't it fun to see that little twist on the bottom?
Yeah, I love that. And again, it kind of goes back, like if I was to have a piece custom made, this was the kind of look. So the way I envision this, when we say crescent moon, I would think, and I'm gonna show you when we come out just a little bit more, look at that diamond cutting, they're just masters. But here's what I was thinking, you know, you think of a crescent moon, and I would think, okay, it's gonna be like that, right? But how fun to translate it, you know, in the front. It just, I love unique and special. It's like, to me, it's artistry in jewelry making. And that's exactly, you know what, nobody does it better than the Italians. And I go back to the diamond cutting, the unique, beautiful, fancy links, the fact that, and if we could just reiterate that, again, what sets this gold line apart from any other 10-karat gold line, Wendy, because that to me, the master of the color that they were able to get with these incredible artisans is, in my opinion, perfection to Italian gold.
It's so well done. And remember, technology has really evolved over the years. The Italians have really been keeping up with it, giving you that richness and the buttery color of gold that you want. Now, back in the day, and ladies, if you ever bought gold from other countries, they haven't quite perfected that on some level previously. Like decades before, they were lighter, no longer. So just know, when you get this and you wear it, and I have been with all of my 14 karat, I do not see one lick of difference. It is giving you that same color, and definitely layer the pieces. Like, this is a necklace, even though it's a standalone with the smile design at the bottom and that beautiful bar of gold twisted and curved into a happy smile on the neckline. This is also something, don't be afraid to wear a 24-inch, or then wear this one as a choker length and have the paper clip underneath it at 18 inches. Have fun with your jewelry. To me, more is more. And when you're wearing the layered look, that's exactly what the Italian women do. When you go through the streets of Sorrento, or you're in Arezzo on the Amalfi Coast, women are not wearing one solitary piece of gold. They truly collect it. It's a marker for every special occasion in our lives. And I would love for you to have something for yourself today, because this is the time that a lot of you have been neglecting yourselves in different ways and not buying yourself something that really has value and longevity. And this is a treat that not only is affordable, but it's got tremendous meaning.
It does, and it just is like a beautiful halo around the neckline. It's just really beautiful. 722-289 is the item number. So we also want to mention the big, bold Wendy favorite, and all you are